All right, everyone, welcome to today's episode. We are going to show you how to use the 1099 Wizard in QuickBooks Desktop to create 1099 NEC and 1099 miscellaneous. They did move how you access the wizard recently with the update to, and everybody had all their settings wiped out last year when the 1099 NEC was reintroduced. So I am going to share my screen. And to get to the 1099 Wizard, you go to Vendors and 1099 Forms and print e-file 1099 forms. Previously they had 1099 Wizard and it was super easy. So now before we can prepare the 1099 miscellaneous and 1099 NEC, we have to map to an account, and we have to separate out the accounts if they can be on multiple forms, but most of the time that's not an issue. So we're going to click yes here. And so when you open the wizard, you must file the 1099 NEC to report non-employee compensation and Form 1099 miscellaneous to report miscellaneous income. If you have vendors that are eligible for both forms, you need to prepare and file them separately. Things to know: 1099 NEC and 1099 miscellaneous filed in New Jersey or Wisconsin have special rules for boxes state tax withheld and state payer state number. They will need to be filed or filled accordingly. And then you can click this blue link to learn more about the rules. You can print and mail the forms to the IRS or electronically file the IRS using the 1099 e-file service. And again, you can click learn more about filing options. And the IRS requires you e-file if you're submitting over 250 forms. So I am going to start with the 1099 NEC Wizard. So we'll just click get started. And I'm using a sample company. So the vendors are already selected. So then we hit continue. Make sure the vendor name, the tax ID number, the company name are all filled out first, and last name are optional, and optional. They're not required for everybody. Some, if they're a sole proprietor or a single member LLC, that will be the name of the business owner, and the company name. We'll just get rid of that cat. They are not helping. Oops, I just threw the cat over by another cat and they don't get along. All right, so back to this. So we're gonna just verify that everything is filled out. It'll give you another opportunity to fix it later if we need to. So we'll hit continue, and we can have, sometimes I have to expand from showing 1099 accounts to showing all accounts, because occasionally I'll have somebody who performed repair service and that gets put under auto repair. And so it's not necessarily a traditional 1099 account. So, and we can't sort by that. So because we're doing the 1099 NEC, we're going to omit rent from the form, because then any account that is on one form cannot be assigned to the other form. So repairs, I might put, you know, that's non-employee compensation. Legal fees would be non-employee compensation. Computer consultants, non-employee, you know, and you get the idea. We just come through and do that. I'm just kind of put things, assign things here real quick and then hit continue. And on this page, we can review the payments for exclusions, and QuickBooks will automatically exclude payments from the 1099 or include them. It depends. So we can click here to view included payments, and it gives you the whole list. And to view excluded payments, there's nothing here. So we just hit continue, and I'll show you in a little bit the report. I always pull a report, and it looks like everything that we've selected. We haven't selected things properly for this example because all of the payments are unmapped. So I'm just going to go back and just have it show the 1099 accounts and mark these like that, and click go back and continue. And I did that too fast. I missed something. Okay. And so this will once you make changes, they're sticky, so they'll stay here. So we'll hit continue, and now all of the amounts that there's nothing here in unmapped. And there legitimately could be unmapped payments that would not qualify for a non-employee 1099 NEC. We had, for one of my clients, they had somebody who did staging for their model homes, and they submitted for reimbursement the receipts. And because they turned in the receipts for reimbursement, that did not get included on their 1099. So legitimately, that would be an unmapped payment. Okay, so then we'll hit continue, and we can choose to print or e-file. And I don't like to use the e-file inside a QuickBooks desktop, and that's a personal preference, but it works perfectly fine. And we're in a sample company, so we're just going to hit save and close. And the report that I pull is I pull a 1099 summary report, and I open it up to all vendors and all accounts, and you can specify if it's NEC or miscellaneous. And right now, miscellaneous, everything's uncategorized because we've only completed the process for NEC. And what I do is I'll take a look at, I print it. So I can write on it, and I can highlight it and different things. But like, I'll cross off the vendors like that are suppliers, like this big value warehouse store. We would cross that off because that would not be something that would go on a 1099 because they're a store. And just so there's a lot of information that you do have to know on, you know, who gets a 1099, which is why I'm reading the instructions. And so I've got this so I can verify that yes, everybody that should be getting a 1099 is getting a 1099. And we'll go in here now, and to print e-file, and this pops up every time. And we'll go to the 1099 miscellaneous, and we don't have to leave all of these checked, but I usually just do. Then we'll hit continue. And now we're on miscellaneous. So okay, and that's showing that it's for NEC box 1. So I'm just going to click show all accounts, and rent is going to go on miscellaneous box 1 rent. And there's probably more. And if I was doing this for a real client, I would definitely take my time and go through every single account. And why are they? This is a sample company. I don't know why all of them are showing up as nothing, especially when we come to miscellaneous. And I saw a vendor in here earlier that looked like it was rent. When I did the sample, everything worked good until I undid everything. And of course, it's not going to work properly because I am live on YouTube. So, but you get the gist of it, where there's 2 different reports that you have to do. One that is for the miscellaneous and one that's for NEC. And once you get the mapping correct, then you can limit your form to only 1099 and vendors and only 1099 accounts. And what shows up here will be what you file a 1099 for. So thank you for joining me today. And if you have any questions or comments or anything, put a comment in below. And if you see other people asking questions, definitely feel free to share the video to help answer their questions. And as always, keep me updated on what things that you guys would like to see, and I will do my best to get